How's everybody doing today? All right, all right. Again, as she mentioned, my name is Devon Bailey. I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland, and today I'm going to talk to you all about community. PG out here? All right, okay, all right, Steve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is talk to you all about community and how to build your digital community, all right? So, checking 1, 2, 3. Good? All right, awesome. So, I'm a person, I started off just with a dream as one person, and I've been able to get over 100,000 people in this Charlotte area to join the community that I built, and no one even knew it was me, okay? I created a community and no one knows that I started it, but they wanted to be a part of it. That's what community is all about. This is something that you can't buy. I was able to start my company, Eat, Work, Play, with absolutely no investment, no one to give me any kind of handouts, but all I knew is that I wanted to get people to connect and join forces and get all the things that matter out of life. And community has been the one thing that I've been able to use as my leverage to grow my company without any funds starting off. All right? So what I want to do is teach you all how to build community, because if you already have a great business, you're at a great start. And if you have a community that can back that, you're going to be doing even better. All right? So, how many people here are in a group chat or have been in a group chat that you did not want to be a part of? All right. So that is exactly what had happened to me, but the other side around. I moved to Charlotte and I was added to a group chat of about 10 people. And by the end of that summer, that group chat grew to over 300 people. So you can imagine the notifications I was getting during the workday. I was working at Bank of America as a compliance analyst, and we would just use the group chat to find out where are the best restaurants, where are the best events, how can I meet somebody that may be interested in dating, or all the different kinds of reasons a group chat or you would join any kind of community. And I really learned those were the reasons that brought people together. So I said, why not create a platform that is going to merge all of those different needs and put them in one singular place. So what inspired me to get this started was the fact that I moved here, I didn't know where to get a shirt when I moved to Charlotte. I came here, I was a person taking the bus to work. And me coming from the DMV, that wasn't a thing. But until I realized I had to walk a mile to get to the bus stop, right? So then get on the bus and find a shirt in Uptown, only to go to work with people that did not fit in my circle. This was, I was a young guy. I came here 23 years old. Everybody I worked with was not quite in my user base. But at the same time, I knew I wanted to connect with other individuals, like-minded individuals, that is. So, what I want to do today is kind of walk you all through the experience of what we do at Eat, Work, Play. So I'm going to start off with just a little giveaway. I'm going to take care of somebody's seafood today while you're here in the city. So who's not from Charlotte right now? All right, so if you're looking for a spot to eat, there's this really cool spot called The Waterman, and I have a few gift cards that I'm going to just give to you all at the end if you're able to answer a couple questions from me before you all ask me questions, okay? All right, so in order to enter, just pull out your phone right now and go to Instagram and check out Devon.Bailey. We're going to make a post today, and from there, follow it. And of those people that follow, we're going to give away 2 gift cards for seafood, whether you want to use it for lunch or dinner today. Also, following this talk, I'm going to give you a worksheet, a free downloadable worksheet that you're going to be able to use to take what I'm going to teach you today to take your business and what you're looking to build to that next level. So make sure you pay attention to the end so we can get you all taken care of. All right. Now, what does it take to actually build a community? What does it take to make people fall in love with something without having to fall in love with you as the business owner? How do you create something that is going to make people go tell a friend? How do you make something that is going to make people just really engage to a level of where you can be there or not, but the community breeds even more purchasers, buyers, and people that are going to sustain your business for years and years to come? All right? So what I've done is I've created a methodology of how you can do that. So if you got your pen and paper, just go ahead and get ready to take some notes. Now, with community, there are a few things that matter.
It's line level.
Who knows how much of the earth is covered in water? What percentage of the earth is covered in water? 68? What about you? 75%? I heard somebody over here.
70.
In the back in the black. Yes. 70%. All right, she was the closest. 71% of the earth is covered in water. All right? Now, why does that matter? Everything that we do, everything that we consume, we need to be moving like water because that's really what we come from, right? In community, I'm a big believer in the fact that you must become one with the community, and the community must become one with you. All right? You need to be moving in and out of the community from a business owner to also the end user at the same time, simultaneously.
Both of them set.
So I have our 5 steps for building your community through the acronym WATER. W. What does the W stand for? The W stands for your wow factor. What is it that's going to make people say, all right, that is crazy cool? What is it? What's that Instagrammable that you're going to use that makes people just really drop their jaw and just say, this is something so cool? For example, our first gala that we had, coming from the DMV, we do things a little differently than the South. So I said, okay, what if opening this gala, we dropped a helicopter from the sky? When we did that, that set the tone for the whole rest of the event. And I'm not joking. We really dropped a helicopter from the sky on a James Bond type of level, and people were absolutely amazed, thrilled, and that's what they wanted to share with their friends that came to the event. What is it in your business and what you're building? What can you use that are going to make people say, wow? That is what's going to help you stay always around. A, being always around, omnipresent. Have you ever been on Facebook or been in Target and then saw something that you liked and then you saw it again and again and again and again and again? Where it's almost like annoying, like how do they know what's going on? I'm a big believer in being omnipresent. You should be everywhere at the same time. With Eat, Work, Play, which is our lifestyle guide for finding out about the best restaurants, events, and ways to connect with like-minded individuals, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, we're going to be in front of your face. And that's going to be through our website, our newsletter, social media, and the events. And so you need to make sure that you are covered on various platforms simultaneously, and you're always around, okay? T, stay on top of mind. You want to make sure that when there are maybe hundreds, if not thousands of different businesses across the world that offer the same services as you, how are you going to break through the noise? How are you going to remain top of mind so that people, when they think about the product or service that you're offering, they think about you first, okay? Now with the E, always engaging in event activations. All right, so with event activations, this is your opportunity. So you see Cricket back here, you see a few other vendors that are going on throughout this whole entire conference that are going to be getting businesses like yours to engage with people from a first-hand perspective. The best way of marketing is word of mouth, still to this day. As much as life is digital, we need to make sure that we're always interacting with each other on a one-to-one basis. So how is your business, while you're doing the digital side, how are you meeting other people? How are you getting your business in front of people, whether it be through sponsoring an event, whether it be through hosting your own event? You have to be doing that, which goes back into your funnel all the way through and through. All right? And last but not least, relevancy. How are you remaining relevant? I love to hear from you all. My guy right here, this is one of the best poets I know here in Charlotte. What are some of the things that you do to remain relevant in Charlotte while you do poetry, correct? Yes. So poetry is it's an old art form. How are you remaining relevant today with something that is so historic?
Well, you have to be mindful of, you know what I'm saying, the current times. So,
Speak up, bro.
Speak up. You got to be mindful of the current times. We live in a place where, especially in the urban community, man, where music, good drinks, good food is always something that people look for, especially in Charlotte nightlife. And being that I'm not a promoter or I do technically club events, you have to be mindful of keep in mind those other things that can make people come out. So I always make sure I have food, some type of drinks being served, whether it's beer and wine or coffee. I like to drink a little bit, so we might throw a little alcohol in there. But and definitely when it comes to performances, I always encourage my artists to perform like this is their biggest show yet. So it's like all of those little factors, and always work well with my DJs to put out good music. So even not the music that you normally hear from your DJs, but also the music that you miss out on. You know what I'm saying? So all those things are like little factors.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. Absolutely. All right. Do we have anybody here that also owns a hair salon? Do we have anybody here that owns an online business already? All right. What are some of the things that you're doing to remain relevant?
So, Brian Knowles from Black Speakers Network. I think one of the big things that we do nationwide to your point, this year we launched a book and we're going on tour. We could have just launched it on Amazon, created somebody who bought it, but instead we're actually doing it at the same time.
Can't hear you.
Can't.
Make sure
Repeat
that
what you said.
we are aware of.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can't.
absolutely. So,
we can't hear
just to
back here. We can't. Yes.
All right.
no, there's
Say the
about-
last 15 seconds what you just said for anybody that missed it.
Yep. So for anybody that missed it, Brian Knowles, I'm with Black Speakers Network. So our mission is to equip, connect, and inspire the next generation of Black professional speakers. So what I basically said is that we launched a book earlier this year called Speak Up, the ultimate guide to dominating the speaking industry. And we could have just, put it out on Amazon and prayed that somebody bought it, but instead we're actually on a nationwide book tour. So we're going to events like this and making sure that we connect with the speakers that we're trying to serve.
Yes, and one thing that you mentioned was connecting with the speakers, being everywhere across the country at the same time. So that's absolutely amazing. And then one more. I think I saw another hand over here. Yes. Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Brittany Cole. I'm with Style by Brit Image Consulting in the midst of a rebrand to Career Drivers, where we're working with organizations to help them develop, retain, and promote Black talent. And so one of the ways that I'm remaining relevant is one, I'm leaving my corporate job. My last name advisor is tomorrow. So I will be investing all of me, not just the mornings and the evenings, but then two, being in places like this. So making the investment to move out. I live in Nashville, travel, like you have to make the investment. I feel 100%. Like FaceTime is so important. So
Absolutely. Another round of applause for her, y'all. All right. So what I want to do is show you all how you can use this methodology of water to 10x your community in about 6 weeks, okay? With these different steps, this has been really the foundation of what we've done with the work plan. I'll just dive a little bit more into what it is that we do. So when you're looking to get connected to a community, one of the issues I had when I moved here was that I would go to Yelp, I would see food, but I would have nobody to connect with. I would go to newspapers and on the newspapers there was just really, it just felt like a bunch of ads. And I was just like, man, this isn't, I don't know how to really connect with anybody. I would get on Facebook, and how many people have moved to another city in their lifetime here? All right. Do you realize that when you move to the new city, that everybody that you had as friends on Facebook is back from where you moved from? And so now you really gotta like find out how to meet people. And you go to these bars and you try to join Meetup, and you gotta meet some really weird people to find out some the cool people that you want to connect with. And so I was just the person that was the lone wolf. And I would just go to different places. I didn't mind speaking to people. I would just say, hey, I'm Devon. What do you do? All right? And so people here in Charlotte, they actually got offended when I would ask what they do, but being from up north, that's the first thing you ask, what do you do? But there's certain cultural differences that exist with whatever community you go to. So I had to learn really quickly, no, that's not what you do. You kind of ask, hey, how you doing? You got to be a lot more warm because, it's I don't know what it is about us up north, but that's just something that we do. But in the South, you got to be a lot more chill. So that's a little tip for those people that are coming from up north, all right? Coming from up north down here. But because we're at a conference, it's all right. You can get straight to the point, all right? All right, so another thing when I moved here was I would get on social media. I was the kid coming up where I knew that this digital media landscape was about to completely change everything. And I said, well, what if I used my skill set for building a digital media or building an audience online for the local businesses that exist in the area? I would host events on my own back in DC, and I would use that to get people to come out. And so using that same skill set for the restaurants and the businesses that exist in the area in Charlotte helped us to get our user base of over 100,000 people. And then as we were releasing articles, still doing events, but more upscale, high-class events that is able to curate a community that's going to say, hey, I need to go back there because there's some beautiful people there. There's some great content there. There's some great conversations that are existing over here. What we're doing is we're not just saying, hey, come out, come out, come out, come out. What we had to do was offer value first. And that value came through just sharing the things that you know and love. If you're a person that, I know stepping is one thing that is very cool back in maybe Chicago, DC, just hand dancing. If you're one of those people that is really interested in that, I would be putting out videos of that, tutorials, what have you. I want to know what some of the other businesses are that are here. In the purple and green. What, do you have a business here? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have.
Okay, sorry. So there's no mics here, so when y'all speak, if y'all can stand up and, yes.
My sister, we're from Hawaii.
Okay. Awesome. And what do you serve? What's your service?
So, like I said, it's a consultancy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all in the spirit of helping disadvantaged youth, Hawaiian or African American, whatever it is, it will lead communities take that over. That's not just.
Yes. Yes, so are you all like releasing videos of how you're helping and articles and things like that? Great, that's another great example of just really being connected. So your business is really based around community and the betterment of community. So if I was in that business, I would be releasing content of how this person went from point A to point B and some of the challenges that people have that are in these communities. Let's see. What I want to do next is kind of go to see who did the follow on Insta so that we can go ahead and do this giveaway for this seafood spot so that y'all can experience Charlotte, okay? Here we go. All right. So let's see. I see John Fitzgerald. Gerald. Did I pronounce that correctly? All right, we got one for you, man. Definitely see me. Oh, actually, I got it right here. All right, come on up, brother. Congratulations. All right. And this is to the Waterman Seafood Restaurant. Awesome. I got one more. JC, awesome. Come on, congratulations, JC. All right. There you go. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna have one more thing for you all going into the end, just so that before we get to questions, so that don't feel like you didn't lose. Don't feel like you lost yet. All right. Okay. So just to kind of wrap things up before we get into the questions, do you feel like you're somebody that can offer something to the world and you're the only person that can do it? If you're that person that feels like you're the only one that can offer this service to the world, you'll realize that there's so many other people that are waiting for you, that are looking to get whatever service that is that you're offering. All right? That is what it takes to begin building a community. Not for the money, not for the shine, but simply for the betterment of building a tribe around all that you love. As I mentioned, I was a person that did not have the financial means to start a business, but the community meant everything. From going from not having a car to taking the bus to get to work to, spending, but still also wanting to go out on a nice date. It's just like things like that will matter. But when you're able to realize what community it is that you're looking to serve and the products and services that they're going to offer, you'll be able to put yourself in the best position using that system of water to build your own community for yourself. Okay? So I have a worksheet that you all can take and apply every acronym letter within water to your business so that you all can take what you're doing to the next level, okay? So for me, I really felt like when I started Eat, Work, Play, I kind of felt like Beyonce a little bit, like where it just seemed like people knew I was black, but here in Charlotte, everybody here was not that. So I was able to still even take myself out of the shoes of my user base, and hey, just so happened to be because they loved what I loved as well, and I got down to the bottom of that. That's what built the community. Okay. Now, so what I want to do for everybody that is still interested in building a community for your business, I'll be also doing a follow-up course because I don't have enough time to really get to it today. But if you text me right now with the number to 980, if you text me your email, I'll be able to provide you with that worksheet as well as the course and the milestones of exactly how you can use this water methodology to use on your business. All right? And the number to text me right now if you're interested is 980-349-7759. And text me your email as well as your name, and from there we'll make sure you're all set up. And the number again is 980-349-7759 if you're looking to take your community to that next step. All right? Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and before I begin transitioning into the questions, I would really like to know just really what is it that you all are passionate about? Like, think about those things, and that's what's really going to help you build a community to where you need it to be, okay? So I'm getting these text messages coming in. Perfect. All right, let's see what we got. All right, perfect. And so how much time do I have left? 5 minutes? I think we're good. All right, so we're going to go into questions. All right, so based on the community and everything that we went through today as far as water, what questions do you all have for me to kind of go into a little bit more in depth? Sure.
And project. I can talk loud. So my question How do you make people aware of that? Facebook ads, or is it just the events that was, you were going to events and letting people know, hey, they can follow you? Like, how did you get people to even know that you were out there?
Absolutely. All right, that's a really wonderful question, by the way. So I'm gonna rephrase the question. She said that, how did we as Eat, Work, Play get the community going and let people know to check us out? One thing that we really did was use the power of social media and offering value on social media. I would be posting food that I would love. Every time I went to a restaurant, I was taking a picture of it, highlighting it. Every time I go to an event, I was really capturing the experiences. You have to capture experiences because that's what people are going to be sold on. Taking these experiences, putting it on social media, that was one of the quickest ways that we were able to build up our user base, because then from the social media following that we had, we turned those into emails, which we could then take those same people and invite them out to events. And then from the events, we told them to check us out on social media. And then while they went back to social media, we told them to go to our website to check us out for the articles. So it was just really, I was fortunate enough to have a full-time job when I started, and so I was just really just pushing out as much valuable content as possible, pushing out as much. So what you need to do is find out exactly what it is that your customers or your community is going to value, and just find out what it is that you can give them for free that's going to get them to take a step into your funnel, going from the free topic or the free product to your mid-tier product to your premium product, okay? So, yeah. Right. Yes. Right. Yeah, absolutely. So I would say for us, we use the hashtag EWPCLT. We did tags. We would also see who else was in the community. Look who is in the community. Go to Instagram, or on Facebook, and see who's already within the community that you're looking to assume, and start engaging with those people. Start making relationships with those people, liking their pictures, commenting on their photos, and more times than not, they're going to follow you back. And if they see you got something of value, like I would put the hashtag I'll put the hashtag in my bio. I would put, this is how you get connected. When people will come back to my page after I've engaged with them, they would come back and say, all right, hey, they got some really good stuff. And so what I did was I would reach out to them first, and then a certain percentage of them are going to come and take a look back at what I have to offer. All right, and I would curate those people that I'm going to be speaking with and engaging with based on them being a qualified purchaser or buyer of what we're going to sell. Our model is a little bit different. We sell the user base that we have to the businesses, so to speak, where the businesses pay us to advertise. So we started off building our community because we know that the businesses will want to buy into that, right? And so does that answer your question a little bit more? Yep. Yes, exactly. Yep, so you got to do the work first. You got to put the value out there first, and then people are going to come back. Next question. Yes.
Hi, my name is Kimber Drucker.
Okay. To restaurants and catering companies. Perfect. So her question was, she is in you said the catering space? Digital marketing. And she's looking to connect more with restaurants and catering companies. All right? So what I would do is I would be highlighting the top catering and restaurants in the area, and just have that on my page and show that people come to my page to look for the services of the people that you're trying to sell. Simple, right? And so now what you're doing is you've got people coming to your page for that, and you're now the businesses that you're looking to reach the restaurants and the catering companies, they would be doing themselves a disservice if they weren't featured, if they weren't highlighted on a recurring basis or on some regular basis. Because with marketing, the more times you see something, the more likely you're going to purchase. So hopefully that's helpful. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. So some strategies in terms of really getting started. I would create content that you know speaks to the pain points of your end user. So what type of brand are you? The diverse millennial professionals. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So you can release content that says, hey, millennials that are diverse have this challenge or have this percentage less of being able to get hired for this job. I would say, hey, are you one of these types of people? Putting that content out and then offering a solution. Problem, solution. Problem, solution. And then identifying yourself as an industry thought leader when it comes to solving that product. So what you want to do as much as possible is provide that value and then go and get those people to come back to your page, check it out. And then the people that are on your page, provide them some more value. And then what they're going to do is start telling more friends. And then you started to create a community. I would have an event for the people that are following, for the diverse millennials that are looking to get hired in the workforce. And allow them to speak amongst themselves. Because what happens is, oh, how did you meet that person? How did you meet that person? Oh, it's through this platform. Now you become, worldwide. All right, next question. Yes.
I'm just curious, you mentioned the wow factor.
Yes. The wow factor, yes.
So obviously, not everybody has the budget for like a helicopter every single time. But you have a good job of carrying this in Charlotte.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Great question. So the wow factor is my favorite part, and I think that's what has gotten eWorkplay to where it is today with our over 100,000 users. It's because it allows, you have to tap into your childlike creativity. Really, like, what is something that maybe your kids or, the kid in you will be like, oh man, that's really badass. Like, that's so cool, right? I can go, for example, this year we're doing a Willy Wonka themed gala, right? Just because, like, who does that? And so I want to have Oompa Loompas walking and serving you food. You just really gotta get really cool. And it could be, there's so many different things. There's so many different ways that you can get creative. But tap into that, your inner child, I would say. And don't be afraid to, have that Peter Pan moment where you're, able to fly because you've found your younger, happier self. Next question. Hey, okay. Yep. Okay, yeah. So I'll rephrase the question. She said, which one should you use more, Instagram or Facebook? Obviously, you should use them all, but which one? So to answer that question, I would say it depends on who you're trying to reach. It really depends on who you're trying to reach. If you're looking to reach people that are over the age of 29, 30 years old, Facebook is going to be where they're engaging the most. If you're looking to reach people a little bit younger, Instagram. Now, Facebook was a trailblazer. I like to look at historical context. Facebook, at one point, was where all the college kids were. And then eventually, over time, it grew into where, you know, your grandmother, your lovely grandmother can be there, your aunties and uncles, you know, like it's a place for everybody now, right? Now Instagram, now all the cool kids are like, no, we're gonna go to Instagram. And so then what happens is Facebook bought Instagram, and grandma said, no, you ain't get away from me yet. And so grandma's gonna come to Instagram until the kids find another place where they wanna be. So you're not gonna be wrong by using Instagram because grandma is gonna love images too. She just only have Facebook and just hasn't learned how to use Instagram yet, right? And so everybody's gonna slowly trickle over to Instagram. They were bought for $1 billion and now they're worth a lot more because it was a valuable product and it is a valuable product. All right, so I would say if you work with Instagram, you're kind of working more towards the future because it's not going anywhere. Like Facebook's been around for maybe 10, 11 plus years now. Instagram is going to be around for a lot longer. I think Facebook will die before Instagram will die. But Facebook isn't going to die because of the analytics and the data that it provides you, right? So if you're looking to advertise, I would use Facebook to run ads behind people that are on Instagram. So you need them both, but for different purposes. Sure. You say your name is? Yeah, sure.
My name is Reynold Glover, and I'm here from Los Angeles.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. Is it high-end, like beauty supplies, lawn titling,
Yep. And what's the product? Okay. All right. So her question was, she has like an Ulta, but for women of color, and she wants to know if she should invest more of their resources into using social media for products such as yours. Correct? No. And what amount of energy should you put into social media for the demographic that may not be able to find you? So, I'm sorry? Into the non-social media stuff first. I think, it goes both hand in hand. To build community, you have to have human interaction. You have to have human interaction. So I would definitely keep those things going because that's going to be a differentiator. I'm more likely to purchase a product from you because I saw you in person. I saw you face to face versus if I just saw a picture on Instagram and that said purchase. So I would say definitely do both. So we're getting a lot of really good questions. This is a really, really awesome group. And what I did was, for those individuals that have sent me your email, I will go in depth in the webinar so that we can walk through with you all how to use water for your business. And it's a free webinar course, but then from there we can also set up consultations, one-on-ones to speak with you one-on-one on how to really take you to that next level. So if you haven't already signed up, make sure you shoot me a text with your email, and I really look forward to speaking to you all in the future on building community. All right?